It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen, and joining me tonight, the former national champion and National Player of the Year, it's Jay Williams.
Ed, stop it. You keep gassing me up. Actually, don't stop it. Keep fluffing me. I like it. Shouldn't we be talking about the matchup on the court tonight? Let's see what's going on.
Jay, you have to own it. These 10 players on the floor about to do so as well. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Beverly into the front court. Down just a couple. Kawhi Leonard in a matchup with Boogie. LBJ with it. To Davis. James. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Free throws coming up.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Kawhi Leonard has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Kuzma. Clippers have it. Leonard, great feed, sets it up. And he's going to the free throw line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
George gets it in the left corner. Kawhi Leonard missed his first. That one goes.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
LBJ has it. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
To Beverly. George knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
LeBron James, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far, and hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George to Leonard for 3. His first effort off the mark. To Danny Green. Lets it fly from long range. Hits the 3-pointer.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Leonard to Paul George. Beyond the arc for 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Works it up top. Kawhi Leonard. 2 of 4 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Clippers have got it. Leonard. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Davis. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. George. And they call it.
A simple touch foul.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Into the game for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 6 now.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
James to Caldwell Pope. Dudley against Paul George. Caldwell Pope. McGee powers it through.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
George.
That's his first personal foul.
Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. And he hits the second. Hits all 3 free throws. Down low, Dudley. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Leonard to George. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
It's LA Clippers ball. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. To Leonard. Has a chance. Shot for Leonard. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Substitution being made in this one. Rondo into the front court. Shot clock off as they look to break the tie. Nothing going here on that drive. And Jay, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. First foul in the final 2 minutes.
Fires the 3, knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
First quarter's complete. The Lakers have the lead. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
George, he engulfed him that time. Deep right corner. Caldwell Pope. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. He's 2 for 2 now.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Williams.
Double team. Double team.
Leonard to Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Paul George good on the quick Release there.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Luke Walton making some changes on the court.
Los Angeles Lakers, number 12.
LeBron James with the rock. Paul George with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
George, yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Strong finish for Paul George. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Gets it in the right corner to James. Kuzma, tough matchup against George. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Williams across the timeline. Lead is 2. Throws it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
At number 20.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green. Kyle Kuzma. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Paul George at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. LeBron into the front court. They trail by 2. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Kawhi Leonard against Cousins. And look out.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Paul George to Leonard. George to Leonard. DeMarcus Cousins sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Patrick Beverly. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Los Angeles, they have it. James to Cousins. And the finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Paul George. James can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 23, Louis Williams.
George. That no good off the mark. Across the timeline comes James. They trail by 1. Curling inside. Stuffs it down with authority.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
And Patrick Beverley plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Foul in the last 2 minutes. Stepping in for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 10, Jared Dudley.
LeBron James matched up with Paul George.
Screen, I got you.
5 seconds to shoot. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And he makes them both.
Los Angeles, number 7, JaVale McGee.
To Williams. Throws it down. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
James into the front court. Down 2.
Louis Williams.
From long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense. We've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverley to George. Easy path to the rim.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
Hey fans, have you seen the latest items in our silent auction? Have a look for yourself.
Luke Walton switching things up. He's got some new players out there.
Don't miss
James
your chance at
to
some
Kyle Kuzma.
into the game for the Lakers, number 23.
James. Clippers have got it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Big finish at the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Great feed. Strong finish that time for Danny Green. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Beverley. Leonard. Cousins to James. Oh, emphatic slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Leonard hits it, and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
Count that one, and a 4-point trip. LBJ to Danny Green. Paul George rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Leonard. No good. That's great defense. Davis to Danny Green. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
LeBron into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. The screen sets him up for 2.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Leonard. Kyle Kuzma. Not going down here.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Finish it, finish it. Ho, get back, get back.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Leonard.
Look it up. Keep him here.
And scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Well, first off, energy and persistence conquer all things. But look at the way they're setting screens. Look at the way they're communicating.